following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
To see such heavy rain. Somewhere an origami animal falls over and gets wet.
Of course! Of course!
Perhaps the evil witch things, they are coming for a reason.
Because we oppose them.
Don't you?
Obviously. Would you question a full-belted knight of your own homeland?
I have done so before.
Right.
And if it comes to questioning, then I will do so again. Evil must be rooted out. Just high and low. High before low. Do not mean to offend you, but I believe in talking straight.
I accept this.
So, where is your witch friend?
Sorry?
Your friend who is a witch. Do not look at the woman. You are talking to me.
I do not know.
She is just a woman.
Wow.
You're already kidding, you're reacting weirdly.
There's that pronunciation of of woman. Woman!
The door bursts open and a pair of witches in long grey coats over short robes march in, weapons bared. Between them, in very fine robes, open at the front, revealing gleaming armor beneath, with a yellow armband with a black eagle on it, marches in a short, balding, monocled man. No, he's more than a man. He's a more man. No, wait, that's more. Commandant Hochstetter.
What is going on here?
He bellows.
Is he talking to somebody in particular, or is he just...
No!
No?
Gerald turns around and says, we are cleaning up the bodies of some doppelgangers.
I was not asking you! Why are these witches not being executed for summoning doppelgangers?
There's no proof that they summoned them.
I am not interested in your proof! I'm only interested in the facts!
I am not...
You! Giant man!
Yes.
What is going on here? Why are you causing these troubles?
By existing, apparently.
Your existence must be an affront to the gods for them to curse you so! Why are the doppelgangers here? What are you doing with them?
They attacked us.
Why are they attacking you?
They impersonated us and they...
That is not why! That is how!
Because we opposed them.
You claim to oppose them?
Yes.
But you travel with that thing!
Sulam. An Amazon.
That is not explanation!
You'll have to ask who's ever sending the doppelgangers after us. I do not have...
Your flippancy is not an issue here! You will be silent now! You, honored knight! I charge you with the responsibility of making sure that you execute him the second he turns into a witch!
He turns around and storms out. Gerald is like, they've never seen him so angry and irrational. You must have done something to offend him greatly. Perhaps you should stop breathing for his happiness.
I'm not going to do that.
That's your loss. I'm going to go search the witch's room.
I said about corruption high first. Makes a lot of sense.
Don't worry,
Plant that seed.
Don't worry, Radomir.
Jor.
If I turn into a witch, you have every opportunity and my permission to kill me.
Could I kill a witch so big?
Yeah, because the magic would be spread over a bigger area, thus being thinner.
This is the witch's
Like butter
logic.
scraped over too much bread.
Magic is like butter. Delicious but dangerous.
These magical lips are like butter. Don't you kiss them?
These
Not
buttery
that guy,
lips.
no!
Wizard Harry. He's a wizard, Harry.
Should never have named
But that
the
never fit me! It never occurred to you!
Should never have named that name.
What have we learned?
Nothing.
Good boy.
There's just gonna be more of them.
It doesn't help that you're sharing an inn with such distasteful folks. So,
What doth that
what
mean?
is your relationship with the new ambassadors? You can't help but notice that you arrive with your Sasarian battle magister, and suddenly there are Sasarians staying at your inn, and Drow.
What?
What?
The ambassadorial parties staying at your inn.
Oh,
All of a sudden
my
they
inn.
show up.
Well, aren't they here for the tournament?
Like we would let anyone magical fight in a tournament.
No, I mean to observe, or maybe have representatives who fight for them. I do not know. I am not of this land. I do not know why your
So you claim
ambassadors
to
come
have
and
no
go.
connection with the sudden appearance of these offensive races.
I know not of any
You were
drow.
the
I have
first
never
one.
even met a drow.
Then you certainly would claim to know nothing about the arrival of ambassadors from Zeiss,
No, I did not.
who have asked about you by Brest.
Not met these ambassadors.
That is good. That is not true. I was testing you.
There are no ambassadors,
None from Zeiss.
but there are drow and other foreigners.
That is what is said.
Would that explain the weather?
The weather is a phenomenon of the gods. They have decided we need water, and lots of it.
But cannot magic interfere with weather?
Magic. So,
Yes.
you know of this magic that is doing the weather then?
No, it's just a...
The first
Thought.
place your thought went was magic. You must
Well,
be
you
very
s-
used to thinking of magic.
I have heard drow do not like the light, and this keeps it almost night
It is
during
said
the
that
day.
many creatures who fear purity and truth fear the light of the gods. That is why they hide from the light, for they are hiding their falsehoods. Like people with big cloaky cowls.
Look, I
Where's your comely young slave?
Oh, she is off. I do not know where she is at this point.
You should keep a better handle on your property.
She's fiercely independent.
A bad trait in a slave. You should observe the law and only beat her with a rod no thicker than your thumb.
Don't worry, she always
Although
comes.
maybe your thumb is a bad guide.
She always comes back when we whistle.
I refer to the woman with the manacles, not your dog.
Oh,
Where is your dog, by the way? Such a handsome beast.
Out killing rodents, most likely. She likes the rain.
Well, we will be watching.
good. You might be able to stop the doppelgangers before they get into the inn this time.
I think you'll find that most people here would rather let them kill you than kill them. It would erase some of their problems. But of course I never said that. We will leave.
I hate that man.
He's the nice one.
Yeah. So what does that tell you about how I feel about the rest of them?
At least he's honest and to the point.
It's not the worst Burmanian.
No, that would be Adrian.
Not like his
But he's a fucking terrible Burmanian. He's
He's
a
a-
magic user.
He ran it out. His whole
This whole village is wiped out now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna burn it to the ground and salt the earth.
so he never grow nuts
They
there
never
again.
grow grey robes again.
Well, they won't have the nuts to stand up to that.
Oh.
Well, that's going to affect. Oh,
Yeah, it's going to affect the global markets on a Sovietian level.
the Count's going to be annoyed.
Why does he love his nuts?
They're the one we're taking all the money from. He's trying to get all the money.
Oh yeah. Everyone
It's
does
his land.
I love it.
So what are you guys doing? Is it nothing? It's nothing, is it?
It might be.
Sulan, do you have any ideas in this weather and without
Don't ask me. I'm just a girl.
Eaton's help how we can track down Adrian in any way?
No.
Well, you saw that we still need to hunt down that person that Roman talked to in the temple. You saw him.
Don't think they'll help us much on this.
It's not about that, it's about enacting justice.
What did he do wrong?
He's the reason that the Taurian cleric is dead. Quite possibly, we do not know.
Again, it's a long reach on that one.
Although I believe you said
He was took to
he was talking to Roman just after it happened.
after he turned up.
I will not lie, it would be good to get some small modicum of revenge for her.
It's not revenge, it's justice.
One or the other.
A life for a life.
That's why we take Roman's life.
Be careful what you say, sir.
We kill all the spies.
But
We hope.
you get.
Looks down at the
The old bent man sitting next to Sophia. And he says, so you should kill the man who was talking to him. Drench yourself in that blood. That'll make you feel better about the loss of your temple.
He disappears into the storm.
Won't it? Yes. 2 lives for one. Fair.
Is that actually...
Yes, this is happening.
Okay. You just need to know. Because Roman has other crimes that he is not paid for. In fact, he cheats justice
you
way.
could kill him over and over again to make him pay for each crime, one by one.
Well, that seems to be what's happening.
That would make you feel a lot better, wouldn't it? I'd like to see him die, but just he's an evil man.
Who are you?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Never mind. What was that?
I think we should stay, get some rest, and try and find it in the morning.
Well, we've got tournament tomorrow.
Then we'll probably see him at the tournament.
Quite possibly.
I can't think of any way of finding him in this weather.
That's... Yeah, exactly.
No doubt he's being held somewhere, probably in the old city.
So if we can't get there, I'm more concerned about Eden. She should be back by now.
How dark is it getting?
I mean, with the cloud cover, it's dark.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's been dark all day, pretty much. So yeah.
But we'll be
I
going
mean,
by.
the Cappermen have kept the lanterns lit all day.
We'll be going by
Because
the
this is like one of those
bells.
storms where the clouds are literally like black, right? Like
Thunderously
Yeah.
black. The lighting, the lightning is pretty much the light.
yeah,
But we'll be going by the bells.
if you can hear them.
I think we need to adopt the same as we did in the last main city we were in. One sleeps, two sleep, one wake, and if they see you're in trouble to kick you awake, it's things upstairs you didn't see beforehand.
So I will stay here with you this evening instead
That would
of
be best.
going back to my inn. I can go there in the morning. I only need a couple of hours of sleep anyway.
Also,
In that.
Oh, and
Yeah,
then
and
true. Sorry.
also-
It's not a personal trait.
Yeah.
if you, the only reason I could think of that it would have found you was following our friend, because he was near him before he found you, wasn't he?
I know you. You're the rat paladin, aren't you?
Yes.
I once knew a rat paladin. He lent me his fire, and it was cold. Tell me something. You want this Roman fellow because of justice?
Yes.
So you want to exact your justice on him because of what?
Because he
Broke the law? Laws of gods
he's
and men.
treasonous. He manipulates people into believing he's something he's not, and then tries to take power where he doesn't. He hasn't earned it.
It sounds like something that needs adjusting, yes. So, if he had committed a lesser crime, you would not want to bring him to justice.
Of course I would, but the justice would not be as severe because the crime was lesser.
Of course. What if he'd just broken a law, a small law? Would you even bother chasing him down?
Well, not to this extent.
What if he smuggled a witch through Romania? That's a pretty bad crime. Guess you'd have to beat his brains in with a brick.
Deal.
What are you getting at?
I was wondering what law and justice has in relevancy. He must be a very evil man for you to devote your entire being to chasing him down with a single-pointed bow.
Actually, a lot of that's a coincidence. We didn't come here to chase him down. He just happened to be here pulling the same schemes.
Indeed. Why are you here then? Before this horrible man did horrible things. Did you come here for justice too?
No, we came to retrieve items to fulfill a promise to a friend.
Yes.
Oh, fulfilling the promise is important. Very important. What lengths would you go to keep that promise?
Well, we're here still,
Yes.
and
If we cannot obtain it through
So
the
you-
the natural means, we will.
So you would travel through a big country? You would spend months of your life diverted thus? You would break laws to fulfill a promise? That sounds very noble. Very noble. Interesting. Don't let me keep you.
Is he getting up?
Nope.
No?
Just sitting there staring at us.
He has acquired surreptitiously your drink.
He's welcome to it. You ask a lot of questions, old man.
I'm old. I'm around.
Oh, I didn't know that was part of the laws.
Laws, no.
Oh,
But you
laws?
answered them nonetheless, so I'm allowed. We all take as much as we can get away with.
So why are you so curious about?
I always wanted to know what goes through the head of a man who would dress like that. Like he's the center of the universe. The sun in the sky, made flesh. He must think he is the god of justice himself. Wandering
That would be
around,
blasphemy.
deciding what punishment fits what crime. Don't we all get judged in the end? Why not just wait and let it happen? Surely he'll get what's coming then.
Because then there would be chaos and anarchy without justice.
So order is important.
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting. But why not just let people do what they want? They'll be judged in the end anyway.
It's not just about that. It's about...
Isn't it?
No, because that's just the result. That's not what truly matters.
What truly matters?
Balance, justice.
But if they're going to be judged in the end anyway, aren't you doing them a disservice by judging them in the world, punishing them, and then they go before the great judge and are punished again?
Well,
Isn't it double dipping on the punishment?
No, because you see...
It sounds to me like in order for there to be balance, you should let them have an extra crime.
No, because they don't get...
I lost them there. That's where I lost them.
Them already facing justice in the mortal world is taken into account when they are judged.
It is?
Yes. It absolves them to a degree. If in Tor's eyes their punishment was just...
Well, let's hope we never make a mistake and punish someone too much. Or too little. Because if we punish them too little, then we've just punished them for nothing, because they still get punished by the justice god. And if we punish them too much, then maybe we've got a bad person running around in the promised disaster.
That is Tor's judgment.
Interesting. You put a lot of faith in this god.
Of course I do.
It
He's
sounds
my God.
redundant when you say it out loud. I'm sorry. I'm old. So order is important, and justice is important.
Because you have to
And we
maintain
should-
order on the world. See,
But how do you know you're right? How do you
Because
know
justice
your idea
makes
of how
sense.
much punishment is due for a thing? Let's say a man steals, and you're there, and you go, aha, I've got you, now to punish you, and you punish him. But what if he needed that food for his starving children?
he still shouldn't have stolen.
I rather think that he shouldn't have had the children if he couldn't feed them.
Well, one could also argue that, but sometimes...
That's even more evil. You should punish him more then. See, you missed out on punishment in the hypothetical situation.
That depends on the circumstances. Perhaps he could feed them at one point, but something came along that was not in his favour, that he had no control over, such as a bad winter.
Oh, so it's the gods' fault for what men do. Interesting.
How is it the gods' fault of a bad winter?
Do the gods not create the winters and the seasons? Is it not their responsibility to apportion the temperatures of the day and the provocation of the storms?
To a degree, I do not. I'm not as well versed in the gods who perform these deeds, but
So, by contention, the misfortune he suffers is the gods doing. So they wanted him to be misfortunate, and now you punish him for their actions. Should you not punish the gods?
you're looking too deeply into this.
Is it not important to think too deeply now? Especially if one is charged with overseeing the immortal soul of his victims.
When so many things affect so many other things in everyday life,
It's
where does the
almost
blame
chaotic,
lie?
isn't it?
Exactly, and you need to bring balance to that. So that's why you need justice and order, otherwise there is anarchy.
I'm so glad I'm not a cleric.
That logic is circular and you know it.
It is not.
We
This is
need
common
order so
sense.
there is not anarchy, so that there is order.
No, that's not what I said.
It literally is.
No, you're not listening properly.
Aren't I?
No.
You should punish me for my noisome misdeeds.
Do you want me to stab out your ears? Or just your tongue for being so lippy about it?
Says you.
I'm not the one giving
You are
us-
extraordinarily lippy with your betters on a continuing basis, and you know it, Saphiro.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Saphiro, cleric of Tor.
Interesting. Interesting. Do you find that that's become a part of your name? Almost to the point where you can't introduce yourself without saying it. And then adding a little bit something on the end like, at your service. The humbling brag. Boasting about a station, but yet also making yourself a humble servant of others. In your shining armor. Something to think on. Well, I've kept you enough. Off you go. Go bring justice to some pillows or something.
Does your
What does
order
that
have?
even mean?
Does
I
your
don't even know I'm
order have
old.
roaming priests?
Sorry?
Does your order have roaming priests?
Roaming priests.
He is literally a roaming priest.
Yeah, I know, but
That's what a cleric.
Yes, they have priests who go on... They go on pilgrimages to...
and do you have any that? How would I say? Check on how just they're doing with the.
Usually a priest reports...
Internal affairs?
Usually a priest reports back after a time
Yeah.
to their home temple or...
And what if?
Monastery.
And what?
Sorry?
Monastery.
Or monastery or wherever they came from.
And what if they're concerned about things that were being said in the world about that one person? Would they send someone out to talk to them?
Well, I think
It's-
if there's to be order, there must be a regimented hierarchy in these temples.
I have not heard of such a case. I mean, there are the keepers, but they don't tend to, from what I gather, go around after one particular person.
But what if that one person was being judged?
Slide the rest of my drink over his way.
Being judged. But I mean, we're all being judged.
Yes, that's right, but I think you should talk more with this fine man. I think he has many wise things to let you think about.
Millennium hand and shrimp, bugger it.
Not everything, maybe.
Corkscrew. I've got a tickler, my granny says.
Look, he just filled the drink himself from his own wineskin and then drank from the wineskin.
I have a little spoon. His name is Philip.
Don't act ignorant to me, old man. You can't be eerily insightful one moment and then a rambling fool the
I
next.
can be whatever I want. I'm old.
See, you're very cogent now.
Bibble, bibble, bibble.
Yes, but what if he's being what he needs to be to get through to the person?
He's certainly testing me, if that's what you mean.
We all need tested in life.
It's just horses and the elderly. You can't do everything, I guess.
Horses don't trust in treacherous things.
I've heard that before.
Never trust anything that goes on four legs. and can bite and kick you at the same time.
I don't question Tor, I trust in him.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you believe he guides your hands to the right answers?
Yes.
So you have no responsibility for your own faults. Like,
There's a
if I
difference between-
misjudged him, it must be Tor's fault.
No, there's a difference between guiding one's hand and pulling one's hand.
So, as a teacher as opposed to a master. How interesting. I never thought of it that way.
I suppose in some ways I would consider him both, but one does not become reliant on Tor.
He'll keep
My
drinking,
mistakes are my own.
but not your triumphs.
Those would be my own as well, I suppose, if they are wholly my own. I would say most of my triumphs are shared with my kin.
Your family.
Well,
Interesting
I mean,
way of putting it.
my allies, those who have helped me along the way.
Don't feel the need to keep me company. I'm sure you've got lots of exciting adventures to do.
No, I thought you had a
And
lot
women
of.
to plough
I thought you had a lot of questions about order and versus chaos,
and you answered them in your own naif way.
you thought I was being circular.
Isn't everything a circle when you really look at it? From far enough away so you can't see the edges?
I mean, do you think it would be better if everything was just a mess and there was no order, no justice?
Better is such an interesting way of putting it. Better, worse, different, same. Sometimes what you think is order is more chaotic than you believe.
Well, sometimes those who claim to enact justice and order are in fact not holding true to their own values, and it gets corrupted and becomes chaotic.
I guess it depends what happens when you look in your shiny armor. What do you see?
Myself.
Interesting. But the whole room is reflected in it. All you see is you.
You said when I look into it.
I look into a reflective surface and I see not only myself, but that which surrounds me.
That is,
Luminous beings are we.
that is true. Anything that... I mean, if I can see Radomir in it now, and Sulin and you.
I have much to think of, thanks to you.
Look, I can only do the best that I can and try to enact Tor's wishes as best I can.
Dangerous to claim to know the mind of a god.
I do not. That's
His
why I...
teachings, perhaps, would be a better way of putting it. Anyway, as I've said, don't let me keep you. You have important adventures to be on. Especially if you want to maybe rescue that friend of yours that you've been escorting illegally through the country. Oh, justice indeed.
Some laws are stupid.
Silent eyes watching you. Be careful. He'll hobble out.
As he gets up to leave, I'll get up to... Allow me to guide you out.
Thank you. The door's so hard to see so far away with my old tired eyes.
When I get over there, my hand on the doorknob before I open it. Say, I'm not so young myself. Maybe you will answer a question of me.
Actually, I'm just here for him, but go on.
I can't help but wonder why you walk with the storms.
I don't walk with storms. What are you talking about?
The second time now
They
we've
walk
seen
with me.
We'll leave the inn.
Let him go. I'll sort of just lodge out into the rainy darkness as he walks away.
Sort of disappears into the rain. It's hard to see. It's such heavy rain. Somewhere in origami.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?